Hey guys, so we're up to chapter six of the 26-story treehouse. So we have a long run from last chapter. Here we go. So I'm just gonna check the pages. So not gonna take a long time to. Never mind for that. Chapter 6, Andy's stories. Come on, hurry up! In the ice cream parlor, I get a double scoop chocolate ice cream, but as usual, Terry can't decide what flavor he wants. So Terry cannot decide what flavor he wants. Hurry up, I say. The Rita are waiting. I'm sorry, he says, but there are 78 flavors that here. I don't want to make wrong decisions. Maybe you could ask the Rita to help you. To help you choose, I say. Great idea, says Terry. I'll do that. What flavor do you think I should have? Mm-hmm. Yes. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay, got it. Thanks for the help. I have one of the lots of things. Edward, Edward say, Edward says Terry. One of the lot coming right up to say, Edward scoop ahead as his scooper hands into super high speed scooping mode. So that's Eddie's scoop hand. It scoops a lot of ice cream. Look, he scoops and scoops. He's doing it again and again. There are a lot of flavors. How many? Again. Until I'm just gonna count how many. So there are a lot. So 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 32. There's 30. Sorry, 33, 36, 39. There's 42, 45, 48, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, 71, 72. There's 75, 78. 78! I was correct. And finally, Terry's ice cream was ready. That's a lot of scoops, I say. I know, he says, but the reader all suggests different flavors and I didn't want to disappoint anyone, so I decided to make them all. Make sure you don't eat too fast, I say. You don't want to get brain freeze. I won't, says Terry. I'll eat really slowly while you tell a story. Alright, I say. Here goes. That's a lot of scoops. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who had the most horrible, terrible, meanest parent in the wide world. They were very strict and all sort of boring rules and regulations, and they forced the poor little boy to follow. For example, they made him wear shoes, clean his teeth, brush his hair, wear hats when it's sunny, wear coats when it's cold. They made him help around the house. That's a lot of restricted stuff. Restricted routines. Do his homework, eat a knife or fork, and wouldn't let him stay up all night. Whatever he felt like it. 7 p.m. bedtime, but movie hasn't even started yet. Sorry, my dog's barking. It was clear to the boy that there was never going to be an ending to his parents' unreasonable rules and regulations. He decided that he had no choice but to run away from home. So he did. So he ran away from home, but he packed his bags. The little boy loved his new life, was very happy, wasn't surprised because he didn't have to follow his parents' boring rules anymore. He didn't have to wear shoes, or brush his hair, or wear hats when it's sunny, or coat when it was cold. Or go to school, or eat night before. So all those rules that mom and dad they don't like them. He could stay up all night whenever he felt like it, which was pretty much every night. Wow, that's a lot. He found and borrowed all the food he needed, and became very good at building all sort of shelters, especially treehouse. That's a lot. One day, however, when the little boy was in a fancy restaurant borrowing some food, he accidentally knocked over one of the table. An angry waiter chased the boy out of the restaurant, down the street, and across the park. Eventually, the boy came to the lake when there were large swarm-shaped petal birds for hire. That's a lot of streets to go. When he borrowed the food and he ran. The little boy can't afford to hire a petal boat over the course of his borrow one instead, and head to the far side of the lake. Pedal as fast as his little leg could pedal him. What he didn't realize, however, was that the lake was not really a lake, but an intel connected to the ocean, and it was carried out to sea. Oh dear. He floated in his pedal boat for many days and many nights. Before spotting what looks like a small island with two hills in the distance, they pedaled towards the island, but as he drew closer, he saw that it wasn't any island at all. It was a boy floating in an enormous pair of inflatable underpants. Not good. And also that must be the lonely boy who escaped. Hey, says Terry, I got a pair of inflatable underpants, I say, because that boy was you. Oh, that's right. And the boy was Pedal, but was you. You rescued me, and that's how we met. I love stories with happy ending. So Terry hugging Andy because Andy was rescuing Terry from it. But that is not the end, I say. It's not? No, because when we were captured by Captain Woodenhead. Who's Captain Woodenhead? Says Terry. You know. Oh, sorry. You know. I say Captain Woodenhead's the pirate. The pirate? Says Terry. I hate pirates. Speaking of pirates, say Jill, come into the kitchen carrying Captain Woodenhead. What do you want me to do with this? That's not good indeed. It would make the great head of a scarecrow, says Terry. I didn't know we have a scarecrow, says Jill. We don't, says Terry. But if we did this head would be perfect. No way, I say. I don't want to see that man's head ever again. I hated him. Yeah, says Jill. So did I. Oh, do you know him too? Says Terry. Yes. Don't you remember? I was on the board of the ship when you and Andy were captured. I never forget my first sight of you. Terry. You looked like you were wearing a nappy. Oh my god, there's a lot of things that happen. It wasn't nappy, says Terry. I was wearing the emergency self-inflating underpants and get a bit baggy and get a bit baggy when they deflated. And Andy was so scared he was crying, says Jill. I was not crying, I say. It was just spraying on the sea. But how come you were on Captain Woodenhead's ship in the first place? Jill, says Terry. Well, that kind of a sad story, says Jill. Oh, goody, says Terry. I love sad stories. Okay, says Jill. But you have to wait until next chapter. Oh, very disappointed. Sights, Terry disappointed. Don't worry, says Jill. You won't have to wait long. It's just on the next page. Yay, says Terry. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So make sure to subscribe and we'll see what happens in chapter 7, Jill's story. I'm Aaron Chung. Be brave. Ooh, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure.